We are exactly 6 days out from our first pay-per-view. I guess we're just calling it NGW Relentless. If someone in the chat can come up with a better pay-per-view name, can we like skip all that? Let's say, where the hell are all my matches? All right, cool. Oh, dude, hell yes, you can have Io Shirai. Man, you came in here picking some dope picks. You're my new friend. You are my new friend, Alex. Yeah, you can have Io Shirai. Great Balls of... Okay, we can call it... Dude, you know what? As bad as that pay-per-view name was, that pay-per-view was actually really damn good. It's almost crazy how great that show was. Though I think Samoa Joe should have won. Dude, how shocked would you guys be? And I don't know why I'm saying this. How shocked would you be if you saw Keith Lee on the list of guys getting cut? Would that be insane or would that be insane? So, Alex, who are your favorite wrestlers? I would be shocked. I would hope if that happens, AEW Impact picks him up. You guys really wouldn't be shocked if they released Keith Lee. I would be completely confused. Dude, my freaking hair is all over my keyboard. Or on my laptop. It bugs me. These days, AJ Styles, Adam Cole, and Keith Lee in WWE. Good picks, good picks, good picks, good picks. I like both of those picks. I like all three of those picks, rather. I'm sorry. You guys remember when Liv Morgan was dating Enzo Amore? I would be shocked, but they don't seem to know what they're doing with Lee. Oh, yeah. His call-up hasn't been exactly my favorite thing. I was excited. I'm still excited, but man, he debuted and had he beat Randy Orton. And then he had a really good look against Seth Rollins. But it's almost like since then, nothing else has happened with him. I still hate how they make Byron Saxton out to be a goof. It's my least favorite thing. Because we don't have enough credible commentators. Just my opinion. Keith Lee's the best big guy in WWE these days. I gotta give it to Damian Priest, man. I'm definitely gonna give that distinction to Damian Priest. Keith Lee's great. He's definitely on the list, but I mean, how many wrestlers say they beat Randy Orton for their first match on the main roster? Yeah, that's a problem though. They had him do why have him come in and do something like that and then have no follow up? That's a big issue with WWE. I did watch NXT, man. I thought it was okay. There were the one thing I don't like about I feel like I'm super nitpicky about things and that I might complain a little too much. So I kind of did that. I'm not going to lie. So some immediate things that bothered me about NXT. Why did they have Kushida beat Santos Escobar for the Cruiserweight title? Reason why I asked that is literally just last week Kushida lost to Pete Dunne and Santos Escobar won a ladder match. So why would you have those two wrestle the next week and then have the guy who won his match at the pay-per-view lose his title to the guy who lost his match at the same pay-per-view? I don't get it. I don't get that. So that bothered me. Don't even get me started on that main event. Even though Indy Hartwell cracked me up Indy Hartwell cracked me up. But an 8-man tag as your main event when you're uncontested against you're on TV by yourself. You're on Tuesday. This is your big premiere on Tuesday. Why wouldn't you go all out with the big show? Escobar lost the title, man. Yeah, I like that. I think it's entertaining, but I just don't think that was it just wasn't a good show. Nothing happened on that show. You know what I mean? We had MSK versus Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. Okay, tag match. It really didn't have any heat on it. We had, who did Ember Moon and, they were in the main event. For some reason, I thought they were in a tag match. They weren't. You had Mercedes Martinez stomp Jessie Kamea. I did like the moment with Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Raquel Gonzalez where they all came out with their belts. That was okay. NXT's just not the same. NXT's just not the same. Oh, and on top of that, Roddy, Jordan Devlin challenged Kushida after. Like, why is their booking so backwards? Man, I like MSK too, but they suffer that problem of I don't know who's who. Who's Wesley? Who's Nash Carter? I know who they are now because I actually paid attention. But I don't know anything about those characters other than Nash Carter's dad passed away, and I hate hearing that. And that really that sheds some extra layers. That gives you some babyface layers that you can work with. But I mean, I think we needed some character development. What are your thoughts about Strong leaving NXT? He's just going to end up on Raw or SmackDown, right? Is he going to end up on Raw or SmackDown, or is this some kind of ruse? Marina Shafir looked great, though. I guess that's like one of my thoughts on it is, how about Marina Shafir? I like Raquel as NXT champion as well, Oblivion. Liv Morgan with an Irish whip to the rope and a drop toe hold right in front of Mandy Rose. Miriam and Liv Morgan have kind of solidified some form of a friendship since their match last week. And if you saw on Twitter, Morgan and Alexa Bliss had been harassing Miriam about her loss, and they invited Liv Morgan to join their Mean Girl faction. And Liv Morgan slapped Mandy Rose across the face. And Mandy Rose is taunting. And Liv Morgan was able to tag in Mia Yim. And Mandy Rose cannot believe it. I don't know, man. Well, it remains to be seen. I really don't like using that buried word. I feel like that's a word that a lot of pro wrestling fans use way too much. It's okay to be skeptical because, you know, historically speaking, looking at WWE's track record, they're not the best. But I'm going to keep an open mind with this Roderick Strong thing until I see what the follow-up is. If the follow-up ends up being a disaster, then I'm going to shit all over it. Right now, okay, he's quit NXT. Let's see what happens. That was a package sit-out powerbomb from Mia Yim. I don't think Mandy Rose has an answer here. I kind of agree that Strong lacks personality. Edge actually won at Mania, not Roman. I'll take your word for it. There's only one champion, though, baby, and he's the head of the table. Have him play. I actually wasn't even into Edge winning the Royal Rumble personally, and I hope you don't hate me for that. Turn on the internet because it's Pokemon lovers. I don't know if I want to do a women's tag title in this company, but I should because it seems like the only tag teams I currently have at the moment are women. Because Mandy Rose and Alexa Bliss formed a team, and now we have possibly Cyberwolf and Oblivion forming a team with Mia Yim and Liv Morgan. You're in the main event in this on this show tonight. And a strike to the back there. You do it in chat, Alex. You do it in chat. You can do it like, and I'll also give you scenarios from time to time. Right now, I'm just doing commentary and kind of just talking pro wrestling. Oh, look at that beautiful, what's up, Mexi? Welcome in. Look at that beautiful submission from Liv Morgan. Alexa Bliss gets in the ring and she breaks it up with a nice drop kick. And she gets right back out of the ring. And a fireman's carry for Mandy Rose. And the Mean Girls are back in control of this tag match. But there's an arm drag from Liv Morgan. And an arm breaker from Liv Morgan. Oh, awesome, Mex. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you were there when I was talking to, oh, I don't remember his name. I was in there chatting him up about this, actually, yeah. I was hoping he'd come by, too. Well, welcome in. Thank you for following. Alex, you already picked your guys, right? You picked Io Shirai and Adam Cole. They will not be on the pay-per-view, but I promise I will put them on the next show. Mexi, if you would also like to join, this is the roster. These are the list of guys that are available for you to pick. You can pick one man, one woman. Where is Mandy Rose at? She just got knocked off. Yes, that's exactly what it was, Maxie. Yes, thank you. What's going on, Witch Doctor? Alexa Bliss is beside herself. If I'm Liv Morgan, I'm trying to go for a tag, but Liv Morgan is not backing down from Alexa Bliss, and she just gets slammed straight to the canvas here. Oh, what is Alexa Bliss doing here? My God, but it was reversed. Liv Morgan needs to tag. Every chance she's just not able to get away, get out of this corner, and she's gonna pay for it here. As Alexa Bliss looks like we have something kicking up. No, she catches the foot and a leg whip. Dragon screw, leg whip, whatever. Oh, Maxie wants Sasha Banks. That is more than fine with me. God damn, our women's division is getting really stacked, guys. We are getting stacked with our women here. We should start talking about a women's title now, I guess, right? I feel like we have more than enough women. What are you guys' thoughts? What do you guys want to do for a women's title? I don't know what to do. We can do another 8-woman tournament like we did with the world title, or we can come up with something else. I don't want to do anything cheap like a battle royal. I obviously just came up with the an 8-woman ladder. So here's the reason why I can't do a ladder match, because I'm doing one for the television title. Oh yeah, that's the issue is not that I can't, I can do multi-tournaments. I just don't know if I want to do another tournament so quickly. If that's what you guys want to do, I'm definitely not going to do a ladder match, because I'm kind of like, I'm a little weird with booking where I want specialty matches to space out so that they feel special. I don't want to have 2 ladder matches. But if you guys want to do another tournament to crown a women's champion, I am okay with that. Oh, and Liv Morgan, a bikini contest. Shut up. Shut up, Alex. Yeah, troll. Look at that form from Liv Morgan. Is she going to make a tag? She finally gets a tag here. Mia Yim finally gets in the ring. An axe handle across the arm there, and a chop to the chest. Mia Yim is chomping at the bit in here now. Oh, Jesus. What do we got going here? What is Mia Yim going to do? By God! She just sent her crashing into that turnbuckle. I have an idea for War Games, so I'm not going to use... Shit, I just spoiled it. I have an idea for the Elimination Chamber. I'm going to use that as our War Games. So instead of doing a six-man, like a six-person Elimination Chamber, we're going to do a 3-on-3 tag in the chamber, and that's going to be our War Games. So that's going to be like... That's how far ahead I thought. That's like 5 pay-per-views from now. And I had an idea on who I wanted in the War Games, but we're going to have to see if the storylines actually get there. So I don't know if I don't know. I think I might just end up doing a tournament, guys. We'll do a random draw tournament. Okay, so what's Louis Barlow saying here? The winner of Becky versus Britt take on Ronda and a third competitor that you determine through a match or tournament. How about we do a fatal 4-way for the women's title? The winner of Britt versus Becky will be in that. And then I will have a series of qualifying matches to determine who else is involved. We will definitely have Lita in the match. Lita will be one of the participants in the qualifier. We'll do... Ooh, I got some ideas. This is what I like. I like this. Okay, yes. We will keep that Britt Baker versus Becky. They get inserted into the Fatal 4-Way. The Fatal 4-Way is going to happen at our next pay-per-view. So Britt Baker versus Becky Lynch literally they get put in the 4-Way. I would say Bianca Belair versus Asuka, but I'm super disappointed that they both lost singles matches. So I'm going to say the winner of that match gets put in the tournament and the loser does not. The winner of that match rather gets put in a qualifier match and the loser does not at all. So our qualifier matches, we're going to have 2 more qualifiers, and they're going to be Lita versus Rhea Ripley will be 1 qualifier, and then we'll do Io Shirai versus Sasha Banks as our 2nd qualifier. And those matches will happen after the pay-per-view. And then we'll do the winner of Bianca Belair, Asuka versus okay. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hey, TW Wambi has joined the Bad Guy Club. As the newest member of the club, you receive a pair of sunglasses, a switchblade, and a leather jacket. So thank you for joining the Bad's Club on Twitch TV. And remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun! Liv Morgan and Mia Yim with a victory here. So, what's going on, Wambi? Or is it Womble? Is it Womble or Wambi? Am I misreading? It's Womble. I am so sorry. I misread your name. You can slap me. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. Oblivion and Cyberwolf. Oblivion and Cyberwolf, the 2 of you can decide which one of you want to get put in a women title qualifier. Absolutely, Womble. You can have Jeff Hardy for sure. No problems at all. Putting that in right now. Hey, Alex, did you want not Alex, Mexi, did you want a male wrestler as well? So we have Jeff Hardy for Womble. Womble, okay. Hey, so you can pick a female wrestler too if you want. So Liv Morgan, Liv and Mia win. All right, guys, give me a second to update some. Miriam finally gets a W in her column. All right, so you guys are simpatico here. I like this tag team. Well, okay, Liv Morgan and Miriam. You guys need to discuss a tag team name. I think I'm going to commit to making you guys a babyface tag team. Unfortunately, that marks Alexa Bliss's 0-2 in her tag team endeavor. And Mandy Rose is now 0-2 in her tag team endeavor as well. The juvenile baddies. Okay. Wait, you're not Liv Morgan. I was going to say, oh, Wombo with Tony Storm. Tony Storm, I'm sorry. You can have Tony Storm. That's fine. But I have some bad news for you. I've already determined how I'm going to do the women's title match. So you will not be in that match. However, we're going to get you involved in something soon. So now we have Andrade versus Fenix. These two will be in the ladder match at the pay-per-view, which is the next show, by the way. Actually, we're going to call this pay-per-view Fuck Your IPAs in honor of Craig O'Mac. That's the name of our first pay-per-view, IPAs. El Idolo! Okay, Jeff Hardy and Tony Storm. Mexi, did you not want a male wrestler? All right, what's your tag team name? Tell me about it. Dude, when they paired those two together in NXT, it was money. They were so good together. Andrade would be my top 3 wrestlers if he was still. Yeah, Andrade's talented as hell, man, for sure. No one has Triple H, Witch Doctor. You can have him. So I'm probably going to increase our match count on our shows from 4 matches to 5 just to get more people featured because we have a shit ton of wrestlers now. This has ended up turning out to be a lot better than I ever thought it would be. I'm having a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for this. I hope you... Okay, I also want feedback. Are you guys enjoying this? Are you guys enjoying this? 201 Defeaters? Explain the origins of that. I'm okay with it. You guys can have whatever name you want. Explain the origins of the 201 name. Mexi, who do you want? Do you want Samoa Joe or do you want Adam Page? You can have either one of those guys. Samoa Joe for Mexi. Okay. Now, I'm really going to have to put my thanking hat on for matches because there's so many of you MFers now. So, Jesus Christ. I almost feel like I should have 2 shows. Thanks, Alex. That's really awesome. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I try to make it entertaining. I try to do a mix of pro wrestling stuff, and then if you guys want to I obviously interactive universe stuff, but if you guys also want to talk pro wrestling, I am down to talk and chat, whatever. Oh yes, Witch Doctor, you remember that? Yes, pretty much. And we already have some chain wrestling starting here from Andrade. Andrade's got that arm wrenched. He's got Fenix down on one knee here, and that's really what you need to do. You have to keep Fenix grounded, but Fenix is also showing his technical prowess as he took control of that, only for Andrade to fight out, and they lock up with Andrade pushing Fenix into the turnbuckle. My thoughts on Samoa Joe being released are it's a damn shame. I still want to know more about it because, like I said, it could be a situation where he wasn't medically cleared to be in the ring anymore, and you know, WWE probably said, hey, we want to move you to a broadcast position permanently and maybe give you some coaching spots at the Performance Center, but you're not going to wrestle anymore. And Joe decided that wasn't worth it. Or it could be something as simple as Joe wasn't medically cleared to wrestle, and WWE thought, well, we're paying this guy all this money, and all we're getting from it is he's on the broadcast table. Either way, it's Samoa Joe. That guy has so much. If he can't wrestle anymore, he has so much that he could teach everyone like in the Performance Center. And he's so good on the microphone. He's so good at that broadcast position. Why would you get rid of him? There we go. Adam Cole looking for a tag partner, which is perfect because if some of you guys would be willing to fill out my tag team division, that would be awesome. Love Ospreay. Ospreay's probably, at the time, I would have said my favorite wrestler in the world, probably my pick for best wrestler in the world. But my pick changes with every wrestler that I see. And since I'm not currently watching New Japan, I haven't watched anything aside from Wrestle Kingdom this year. So with me having been out of the loop on New Japan since January, it's really hard for me to judge anyone from that roster right now. But I mean, come on, you have Takagi Shingo, you have Will Ospreay, obviously Okada, Tanahashi can still go. Naito's probably one of the best guys from a psychology standpoint. And I don't know if you guys knew this about Naito. Naito, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Naito pretty much calls all of his matches. That guy's apparently he's like one of their smarter guys backstage. Okay, Adam Cole and Jeff Hardy, the charismatic baby. Okay, we could do that. We could do Adam Cole and Jeff Hardy as one of our teams. I'm okay with that. Fenix with a kick to the head of Andrade there. And let's go back to, well, I got 201 from Liv's finisher. And 201 defeaters. Okay, good name. Drop kick from Andrade takes Fenix right out. And a kick to the back. Like Samoa Joe was in TNA. Isn't that when he and Kurt Angle had that thing where they split up and they wrestled for the tag titles? Wasn't there a pay-per-view where they literally wrestled for every belt in the company? I think Joe was X Division champion, Kurt was heavyweight champion, and they were the tag champions. And they literally had a match where all three titles were on the line. Gosh, man. Beautiful hammerlock DDT from Andrade there. But Fenix with a kick out at 2. Shoulder up at 2 there. Andrade cannot believe it. I'll tell you what, either one of these men would make fine television champions, but don't forget, there are still 3 other men in that ladder match, and that pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, is this Saturday night. You can order it on pay-per-view or Fight TV. Call your local, whatever they say. Give me some spills they usually say for pay-per-views. You know what the fuck I meant, guys. God damn it. Call your local cable provider for more information on NGW IPAs. Yeah, Kurt was tag champ by himself, man. That was when they started doing the Angle Alliance. Kurt, Tomko, and AJ Styles. And they had trademark. Call your local code. Code. I'm the American Dream, baby. Why am I not in this game, if you will? My God, Fenix on the outside with a snap suplex. And you know that mat has very little give. It's not quite like being slammed on concrete, but the way that padding absorbs the blow, it hurts. I'll tell you that. I think Styles really found his stride in New Japan. That run he had in New Japan is probably like, that was Styles at his best. That was your childhood Wombo X Division? Who's your favorite X Division wrestler? Damn, Fenix dropped him with the cutter on the outside of the ring. I agree with that, Alex. Styles is amazing everywhere. Oh yeah, from Wrestle Kingdom? Yeah, was that Wrestle Kingdom 2015, I'm sorry. Andrade does not want to count out victory here. He's giving Fenix that same respect. Fenix almost had a count out earlier. There won't be anything left for either one of these men in that ladder match. Look at that punch from Fenix there. Whipping Andrade into the barricade. Oh, what's going on here? What is Fenix doing? My God! Through the barricade! What the hell? Listen to the crowd chanting NGW. That was uncalled for. Just maximum carnage out here ringside, and Fenix is gonna take a count-out victory here. And he wins by count-out. I can't believe it. Fenix there is now 2-1. And Andrade's perfect record has now been snapped. He is 1-1. By the way, I think next stream, I'm going to have power rankings. So we'll have a top 5 so you can see what the leaderboards are more or less in the company. Good match. I agree with Cyberwolf. Really good match. NGW New Beginning. Okay, guys, does everyone agree? NGW New Beginning as the pay-per-view name? Does that work for everyone? Dave Meltzer gives it. I'll take a 4-star on a count out too. He gave us a 4-star on a count out. I'll take it. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 debuts here tonight. Razor Ramon, a man that everyone knows, man known around the world, against a crazy, scary, demented individual, Bray Wyatt. They're here in the NGW arena. Let's see what happens. Let's get to ringside. So as far as other things happening on the show, so before this match starts, we do play that video package. We have John Cena and Kenny Omega. They're here via satellite. They just basically, Kenny Omega's not quite doing anything heelish. They're both being baby faces. They're playing up this match as being a fantasy dream match for a lot of pro wrestling fans. And there can only be one winner, and they're going to see who is the ace of NGW, more or less. And then we go to the match. We go to this match after that. So we also have tag teams now. So I have to make a new sheet for tag teams. So Adam Cole and Jeff Hardy have already decided that they want to be a tag team. There is the Mean Girls.
Okay, maybe just Razor. Byron, you can somehow make the sun less cool.
My God, why is this thing not listening to me? I do not want this bolded, my lord. And it's still making it bold. Why are you being a bastard? Because it's not working, that's why. So right now, it's literally just the Mean Girls. Alexa Bliss and Mandy Rose. Thoughts on the new Raw commentator? So I don't watch Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. I don't. I have a philosophy of I'm a little bit different from most pro wrestling fans. There are a lot of wrestling fans who complain about how shitty WWE is, but then they literally know everything that's going on with the company. I'm one of those people, and I don't just apply this to wrestling. I apply it to pretty much everything. If I don't enjoy something, I just don't partake in it. I don't think Raw's any good. I think 3 hours is a little bit too much. 3 hours is too long of an asking time to ask someone to sit down and commit to watching a TV show. So I don't watch Raw. How is the new commentator? Is he any good? And then we have the charismatic Babies. Is that what you guys are calling yourself? Charismatic Bebe, Jeff Hardy, and Adam Cole. I agree. I haven't watched Raw in a year, but after Mandy, I thought I would tune in and was disappointed. Yeah, that's usually the consensus there. What does he sound like? As long as he doesn't sound like Tom Phillips, I think they'll be okay. I am not gonna lie, guys. I think Tom Phillips is one of the more boring commentators they have. Man, I tried to watch an episode of SmackDown a month ago. I was staying at my girlfriend's because we were snowed in. We were snowed in pretty much the entire week. And it started on Friday, and I was like, well, I don't have anything to do. Let's watch SmackDown. And we both agreed that it was probably one of the longest 2 hours we've ever seen. It was just like, I think it had like, there was a Big E and Apollo Crews match, but they had already wrestled like twice. So Crews lost that match. No, it was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Big E, and Apollo Crews interfered. There was some weird match where it was like Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode wrestled someone in a tag match where if they won, they would get put in the Elimination Chamber. It basically took like 35 minutes before we got a wrestling match, which I believe on like a TV show, like a weekly wrestling show, you have to have a healthy balance of pro wrestling and angles and segments. And this show was like 40 minutes. The first 40 minutes of the show was a Roman Reigns promo, and then they went backstage, and then something else happened, and then they had the first match after commercial break. And it was just like, oh my Lord, I'm already like not wanting to watch this. I just don't find NXT to be entertaining right now, Mexi. I'm sorry. Not an insult to NXT. They have a lot of wrestlers that I like to watch. What does IWP stand for? What is IWP? Are we talking IWGP? Isn't it, gosh, isn't it, it's International Wrestling Grand Prix. I just looked it up too. As I hit enter, I got the answer. Hey, official legit man 33 has joined the Bad Guy Club. As the newest member of the Bad Guy Club, you receive a pair of sunglasses, a switchblade, and a leather jacket. So thank you for joining the Bad Club, the baddest club on Twitch TV. And remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun. Welcome to the club. Witch Dr. Billy, you said you wanted Triple H, right? My God. Bray Wyatt with that nasty body block on Razor Ramon there. All right, I'm putting you in as Triple H. Did you want a female wrestler too? Triple H, you son of a bitch. That's my Scott Steiner. My awful Scott Steiner impression. Nah. All right. Spit the game like Triple H. I'm the game, and I'm that damn good. Razor Ramon with the fireman takeover there. IGW. I don't know what IGW is. If we're referring to the IWGP, like when all their titles are the IWGP titles, those are, like I said, it's International Wrestling Grand Prix is what that stands for. I don't remember the origins of that name. to be honest with you.
Back in from the floor.
That's one of those things I'd have to research. I guess it's kind of their governing body. It's like a fictional governing body that kind of like, it's more or less a fictional NWA. They basically are the ones who come up with the title matches, or did. I don't really think they lean into that anymore. And I don't think it's important either, for that matter. Razor Ramon taking Bray Wyatt to the outside. We already saw what happened with Fenix and Andrade. Bray Wyatt throws Razor Ramon back inside, though, and hits him with a clubbing blow in the process. Razor Ramon can even get back to his feet, but a kick to the gut breaks away the grapple, and Ramon floors Bray Wyatt with a clothesline there. Bray Wyatt is one of those guys that I would not want to keep in this ring very long. He's very unorthodox, very odd. He can withstand a lot of punishment. He's durable as hell, and he can dish out all that he takes, but Razor Ramon is no slouch in that ring either, as we just see a straight punch right against the forehead, knocking Bray Wyatt to his back. And Razor Ramon might even be able to get a cover here. Bray Wyatt looks out of it, and Ramon waiting for Bray Wyatt to get to his feet. Is this it? I think we're getting a Razor's Edge. Bray Wyatt is in the air, and he's down. And Razor not going for the pin here, and he eats an arm drag. Bray Wyatt, it's almost like that Razor's Edge had no effect on him. And Bray Wyatt with a pin of his own now. And Ramon with the kick out. I'm gonna bury you. And a Sister Abigail. Then Razor Ramon with the shoulder up. I thought it was over. God is my witness. I thought it was over. And Bray Wyatt going right back to work with a pump handle slam. And a punch to the gut. And he just tosses Razor Ramon. And look at that grip. Look at that grip on that muscle, on that trap muscle. But Razor Ramon with the clothesline. And he's dropping those elbows on the shoulder. And a a choke slam from Razor Ramon. I don't think we've quite seen that before from the guy. No, I thought it was over. I thought the match was over. I was calling it. I thought that was a 3 count. And a beautiful vertical suplex from Ramon. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Bray Wyatt is back up. What? He just got back up like it was nothing. That was actually kind of cool. But Ramon with an elbow there. I think NGW might have a lot of trouble against Bray Wyatt. Look at all of the punishment he took in this match, and he just dropped Razor Ramon with a T-bone suplex, followed by a pin. But Ramon with a kick out at 1. But that took everything out of him. That had to have taken everything out of him. I guess not, because Ramon has a suplex going here, and it's a stalling vertical suplex. Followed by a belly-to-belly. And Bray rolls out of the ring. I think he's finally had enough. I think we finally found the limits of Bray Wyatt's durability here. And Razor Ramon following him right outside, dropping him with a clothesline. And Wyatt just tossing him, Razor Ramon collapsing to the floor there. And Ramon tossing him back. And he's taunting to the crowd out here.
Oh, the bad guy is just begging you to try and take him on so he can introduce you to the Razor's Edge. Oh, right to the throat.
He just hit him with the strike to the throat there. Wyatt not wanting to get counted out here. Throws Razor back into the ring.
No luck against Ramon there. A quick reversal by Razor Ramon.
And another chokeslam from Razor, the bad guy. And he's going for a pin here, it looks like. And a shoulder up.
Oh, I don't think he got the shoulder up in time.
Razor Ramon not caught. He doesn't quite look surprised. He just looks like he's going through the ring here. I think he's reaching a point of exhaustion. But he's got another Razor's Edge here. The second one might be the charm, ladies and gentlemen.
Way up high. Here we go.
This has to be it.
Definitely wouldn't want to be
But he picks him up. What is Razor Ramon doing here? I don't get a third Razor's Edge. He's gonna hit him with a third one.
from way up high.
Are you kidding me?
Leave the nightlight on for him. It's over.
And he picks him up again. He reverses a punch. Are you kidding me? What is going on?
Oh, look at this. Look at the suplex off the top rope. Oh, jeez. Take all the wind out of you.
How are you supposed to beat a guy like Bray Wyatt, who just, if he wins off of this? Razor with a kick out. Are you kidding me? And a Sister Abigail out of nowhere. That's got to be it. And Bray Wyatt with a win. Wow. Can there? Yeah, I can throw some tag team finishes in. I have to edit it after the stream so I have time. I don't have 2K19, unfortunately. I have it on PS4. That was a fantastic match, guys. That was a fantastic match. Give it up. Everyone in chat, throw some dimes at Wild Harpy and Cyberwolf. They certainly deserve it. Bray Wyatt is now 1-0.
Here is your winner, Bray Wyatt. Big win here. Deserved the show.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
I think Ramon might have been a little too preoccupied with his necklace.
Next time, do the pin.
Ringside. It is a nice necklace. What a way to
What a match.
We're just getting started.
That match had a little of everything. Bray Wyatt is going to be a force to be reckoned with in NGW. The audio is all off sync with his mouth movements. Okay, good job, 2K. And here is our main event of tonight. So we're gonna act like we don't know who Seth Rollins' mystery tag partner is until he comes out. We have a double. Don't forget a double, a despicable man who put Jon Moxley out of commission. Jon Moxley's career might be over after a double dropped Jon Moxley with the brainbuster on the announce table. We have Karrion Kross and Seth Rollins, who will be challenging each other in the main event of NGW's first pay-per-view for the world title. We don't know if Seth Rollins has found a tag partner for tonight. This is looking like it's going to be a handicap match. Who's the NGW champion? There isn't one. We're crowning one at the pay-per-view, which is going to be after this show. It's between Seth Rollins and Karrion Kross. They are the finalists in our NGW Championship tournament.
It's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Karrion Kross, this man choked Seth Rollins out exactly 2 weeks ago.
Byron, are you at all surprised by the intensity level inside this arena right now? Not in the least bit, Michael. This is the one the WWE
Yeah! Shut up.
for quite some time.
He looks very angry. This is a very vindictive, methodical, almost sociopathic performer here.
Just wait till these guys get their hands
And he has Austin Aries in his side. Another guy you don't want. These two together. This is the Fallen Prey guy. Yes, Mexi. What do you guys think of Karrion Kross? I find him interesting. I just sometimes think that his in-ring leaves a little to be desired. But I like his presentation. And this guy is so full of himself. This gentleman coming out here thinks he is the best wrestler in the world. He showed up in NGW under the auspices of being the color commentator. He was at this broadcast table with me for the first 2 weeks of NGW. And then he just randomly attacked Jon Moxley, followed by dropping him with a brainbuster on the announce table. And Moxley has been out of action ever since. Austin Aries claims that he has ended Jon Moxley's career. And don't forget, according to Austin Aries' contract, he has a guaranteed NGW Championship match. He hasn't said when or where, but if I was Karrion Kross, I would not want this guy in my corner because he's going to be so quick to stab me in the back.
Yeah, and for me, it's something
Seth Rollins is already after him.
that he is when he's constantly walking around with his chest out.
So is there any good wrestling now worth getting? Like a wrestling game? I don't know, man. AEW's coming out here in the next year or so. I feel like that could be something worth looking into. I mean, if you can find 2K20 for $20, I think you'll have some fun with it. But I wouldn't pay full price for this game. No way. Fire Pro, Fire Pro World's probably the best pro wrestling game out. But you have to be okay with the art in that game because it's 2D. Some people don't like that. I don't mind it, but I have a couple of friends who won't play it because they don't like how it looks. And I'm not gonna lie, I think that's valid. I'm okay. That's a valid complaint.
And their opponents first.
Shakar has a game? I didn't know that. Oh, there is that. Isn't there that throwback game to WrestleFest that has like it has a few guys from the indies in it. I know Nick Aldis is in it. Isn't it called Retromania? Retromania Wrestling is the name of it. When does it come out? Is it already out? Oh shit, this game came out already. No way.
And seizing opportunities.
It did come out already. Here you go, Harpy. I'm gonna link you in stream. It's $30, man. $30 is just. Has anyone played Retromania? How is it? That price is gonna keep me away from it for a while. I don't see any reviews for it. Wow, Randy Orton has answered the open challenge. I'm kind of with you there, Harpy. That price is a little steep. I think $19. I don't know, man. It's a lot of money. Oh my God, that Ultimate Muscle game was pretty dope. I also thought Def Jam Vendetta was great. I thought the first Rumble Roses was good too, for that matter. I have pieces in my hand, thank God for that. That's my Randy Orton theme song rendition there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It's not very often you're going to hear me sing in that kind of magnitude. Yeah, Def Jam Fight for New York was awesome too, but I mean, I don't like Fight for New York as much because I preferred the wrestling game in Vendetta. But as a fighting game, Fight for New York was fire. No cap. No fucking cap.
Changes when Randy Orton enters the building. Orton is a volatile superstar that can end a match in an instant with an RKO out of nowhere. A man with absolutely no absence of malice.
Hey, Oblivion shot me a friend request. Thank you very much, sir. I'm accepting. Saying more? I don't know what to sing.
It's go time, fellas.
Karrion Kross and Seth Rollins, the two title challengers, are starting off this tag match, and Rollins is already giving it to Karrion Kross after that rear naked choke 2 weeks ago.
Seth has had in WWE, from landmark factions to title reigns, he's done it all.
Aries looks caught by surprise that Randy Orton is Seth Rollins' tag team partner for this match.
What a flying heel kick.
Rollins is already taking control of this match. Kross had to get back to his feet by using the ropes. That's not a good sign. Rollins with a turnbuckle powerbomb there to start us off. Rollins is not happy. He is pissed and he's looking for a fight and a Falcon Arrow. And a quick pin here. This might be it, ladies and gentlemen. But wow, Kross with a kick out at 1.
And determination.
But Rollins not relenting on his attack with a drop kick, taking Karrion Kross out to the mat again.
Needs to make it to the corner here.
And now he's against the ropes, and Rollins throws a kick.
Way around it. A tag is vital at this point in the match.
And he just slams him right on that top rope. And now the Viper's in the ring. $26.99 at Best Buy for 2K20. I'm going to say that's up to you, Harpy. If you think that price is worth it, I'm not going to talk you out of getting it. If you can find it cheaper than that, though, I would certainly look. You should check any like secondhand stores. Like if you have any used shops in your area. I saw 2K20 at a place called Mega Replay. Is it any good? If you've not played a wrestling game in a long time, sure. I think, as someone who's watched this series from the very first SmackDown game, I think they have gotten progressively worse. The last really good 2K game, in my opinion, was 2K14.
Corner, Byron. Yeah, but he's not moving, Michael.
So you might not notice the same things, and you also don't watch wrestling. So there might be things that won't, like, there are some things that won't pop out to you like they would other people. My God, Aries is just taking punishment there from Orton.
Reverses. Can he make him pay?
And a toss back into the ring from Aries.
Kicks directly to the chest.
I agree with Barlow, and I think that would be the overall. Like, I think Richard Latham probably feels the same way. Man, Oblivion, I'm old as hell. I'm an old man. Don't let my dashing good looks fool you. I'm old as shit. I have played every SmackDown game going all the way back to the first one on PS1. I own all of them. The only SmackDown game I don't own is the first SmackDown versus Raw. I wasn't watching wrestling when that came out. I had taken a break. But I got SmackDown versus Raw. Actually, I don't own...
Drop kick. Looking to make a much-needed tag here. And if successful, we may be looking at a
I think it might be 2K. What was the...
almost there. And his partner
Bye, tie-dye.
in the ring right now.
Which one had the best roster? Here Comes the Pain.
You're right there, Michael.
Here Comes the Pain had the best roster.
Do
Heartbeat, I would look for either WWE 2K19 or 2K20. Here Comes the Pain, though, had Shawn Michaels, Rock, Goldberg, Brock, and all those guys were actively wrestling at the time. Maybe not necessarily Rock. Which game had, what was the first WWE game that had Universe Mode? That's one I don't own. I remember I bought it and then I remember getting rid of it. I traded it back when I used to trade in games like nobody's business. I traded that shit in. Was it 11? God, that was forever ago. Then yes, I don't have that one anymore either. No, it wasn't. It wasn't WWE 12. That I think it was 2K. I think it was WWE 11. It was SmackDown versus Raw 11, and then it became WWE 12. They started calling it was WWE 12, WWE 13, and then WWE 2K14. Wow, Austin Aries defeated Randy Orton with the last Chancery. So, Richard, you will not be challenging. You will not be challenging Orton. Richard will not be challenging Austin Aries at the pay-per-view. Instead, Cyberwolf, it's time for you to step up.
Now that's an eye-opening victory. It's performances like the one we just saw from these guys that makes tag team wrestling so exciting.
It's time. It's time for Bray Wyatt to... Cyberwolf, you up for a pay-per-view payday? We have our pay-per-view. Let's get some hype in chat. We have a pay-per-view coming up.